Hello students, how are you? I hope you're doing great and you're staying safe. So let's start with our today's session. Today's session is for Standard 2 subject Maths.
So let's start the prayer. Join your hands, close your eyes. Let's start. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर की देवी है, संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी है, संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, तेरी शरण में हमें प्यार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मुनियों ने समझी है, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की बानी। मुनियों ने समझी है, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की बानी। हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में बीना मुकुट सर पे साजे। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में बीना मुकुट सर पे साजे। अज्ञानता के मिटा दे अंधेरे, उजालों का हमको संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। Rub your palms, touch your eyes, now slowly open your eyes.
Today's thought of the day: if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. It is one of the inspiring quotes said by APJ Abdul Kalam. He was our former President of India. The above statement, if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun, indicates or tells us that success is not all about studying hard, but also it is about burning like a sun. Means be out of comfort zone and struggle hard, students. So do your best when you are doing your work. Okay? Now, related to APJ Abdul Kalam, let us have a quick GK question about it. Do you know what is the full name of APJ Abdul Kalam? What APJ stands for? The full name is Abul Pakir Jainullah Din Abdul Kalam. That is APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay. So let's move forward and start with our today's session. Our today's session is chapter 6. So in the previous class, we have learned about the features related to calendar. Calendar is another way of reading time. We have also seen details related to weeks, months, and how the numbers are placed in calendars and why some numbers are marked in red color. And also we have seen about the year, that 10 year makes a decade and 100 years makes a century. Now we have also seen which month has 31 days, that is January, March, May, June, August, October, December, and which month has 30 days, that are April, June, September, November, and other than that 28 and 29 days it's related to February month. So today we are going to learn more about the chapter. Okay, so today let's start with our session. The earth moves around the sun. The earth is moving around the sun, that we already know. So it takes how many days to move around the sun? It takes 365 days, which means a year. Okay, but the exact timing is 365 days and 6 hours for one round. So what happens is the earth is revolving around the sun and it takes around 365 days and 6 hours. Okay, and which causes this earth movement is when this earth movement is happening, it is performing some kind of seasons because of this earth movement. So let us see that seasons are caused due to the earth's movement around the sun. So how many seasons are there? So there are mainly 3 seasons. There are many types of seasons, there are many variations to that, but there are main 3 seasons, that are summer, rainy and winter. Summer season, rainy season, winter season. In summer season we feel hot, in rainy season we get water, and in winter season we get cold. So this is a cycle. So every time this season cycle happens when we are in a year. So what happens is first comes the summer, then after summer rainy season, then after rainy season winter season, and as soon as the winter season is completed, then again it moves towards summer season. So this cycle goes on repeating every year as the earth is moving around the sun. Because of the earth's movement, these seasons are happening. Okay, so first is summer season, rainy season, winter, then again summer, rainy, winter. This cycle goes on. Okay, so remember that. So let's keep that thought in mind and move forward. So these 3 seasons are spread over 12 months. So these 3 seasons are happening over around the 12 months. But for how many days? But for how many months? So in this part we will see that on how many days or which month the summer season is happening, then rainy, then winter. Let us see that. So this is our cycle. Then the summer season. Let's talk about now summer season. So later days of February, means in the February, something around mid in between of February. Okay, March, April, May, earlier days of June, means in February ending till June starting. In this, around this period, the summer season is happening. We feel hot in that season. Then the next we have is rainy season. As soon as in the earlier days of June we feel hot, then in the June itself, in the later days, means in the after weeks, we feel the rain is happening. The rainy season starts. And on which month the rainy season happens? The later of the June, then July, August, September, and in the starting 1-2 weeks of the October. Till that time is the rainy season. Then the last is our winter season. So winter season, as the rainy season is happening at the starting of the June, so the winter season starts at the ending of the early days of the October. So the winter season is happening the later days, means the last ending of the October month. Then October, November, December, January, then the starting weeks of the February. Then again what happens is, as soon as the winter is ending, again in the latest, means the end of the February, the summer starts. So this cycle continues. So remember, once again I'll repeat that. Summer season happens at the ending of the February week. Okay, week of the February, then March, April, May, proper summer season. Then at the starting of the June, then at the ending of the June, rainy season starts. Then July, August, September, then at the starting of the October, the rainy season is there. But at the ending of the October, the winter season starts. Then October, November, December, January, then at the starting week of February it happens. So remember this timetable, okay, on which day on which month that particular season is happening, and remember the cycle also, that is summer, rainy season, winter, then again summer, rainy and winter season. So these two things are important in our this session. So let us move forward with this point. So let us start with some questions. Now, first question, which season comes before winter? So which season comes before winter? So the first we have is summer season, then rainy, then winter. So this is our cycle, summer, rainy, winter. So winter season comes before, so winter is here. So before winter, which season comes? So we will move backward, so that is rainy season. So rainy season happens. Now our second question is, which season falls between winter and rainy? So winter and rainy, in between that which season occurs? Summer season, that is summer season. Then which season is it during August? Yes, during August. So in August season, while August season is at present is happening, so which season at that time? So let us see our this table. So see, August is where? See, August comes in rainy season. So we can say that August, the rainy season, it's in during August month. So these are the answers. Okay. So first one is the rainy season, then summer season, then August. In August we have rainy season. Now next, moving forward, let's have some more questions. Can you answer me that which months fall under rainy season? In rainy season, yes. So let us see the table. So here is our table. So we have is months fall under the rainy season, that is the ending of the June, then July, August, September, then at the starting of the October. It means the mid of June, in between of June. So it is also known as, we can also say that as mid June, that is in the middle of June. So mid June, then full July month, full August month, full September month, and the half, it means the middle of the October month, the rainy season happens. Now which season? It is in January. So in January, where is January? So January is here. See, here is January. So January, which season? Winter season. So the answer is winter season. Now in which season does the sun shine brightly? So in summer, rainy or winter, what do you feel? In which season the sun is shining very brightly? We all know that when sun is shining very bright, so we are feeling hot. So in which part of this seasons we feel hot? That is summer season. That is summer season. So in this way you have to remember this table properly. You have to remember the cycle, the summer, rainy, winter, then again summer, rainy, winter. So these two concepts are mainly in this our particular concept. Okay. So let's check out with example. It is, if today is 9th May and it is summer now, what season was it 4 months ago? Now in the question it is asked that it is the month of May, and in the month of May we have summer vacation. Yes, and also we have a hot climate. It's a summer season. So 4 months ago, it means we have to count the months properly. So let us start counting. So the first month is January, February, March, April, May. So the 5th month is May. So 4th month ago means May before. What are the 4 months? So let us write that. Write down and check it out. So January, I will write the short form of it. February, Feb, February. March, April, and May. So January, February, March, April, May. So let us number this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So May is our present scenario. Okay. So what season was it 4 months ago? So let us go 4 months ago. So April, March, February. So this we have is May, April, March, February. It means January. So in January, what season we have? So winter season. So because 4 months ago it was winter season. Next question. If it is raining now, what season will it be 12 months from now? So it is raining now. So now it might be raining season is from starting from mid-June, then July, August, September likewise. Then what season will be 12 months from now? So 12 months. So as we know that all the seasons, that all 3 seasons, summer, rainy, winter, this 3 season completes a year, and a year is of 12 months. So as soon as the 12 months is completing, it will be again which season? Rainy season. So the solution is rainy season, because if at present it's rainy season, so 12 months after it will be rainy season itself, because a duration of all 3 seasons completes in 12 months. Okay. Now moving forward. Now we have concept 6.2, that is sequence the events over longer periods. Now this was the event which we were comparing from the months, days and date and so on. But now the sequence of the events which have a longer period, which have a longer duration. So let us see that. When the sun rises, we know that it is morning. The sun is right above us at the noon. After school, we play with our friends in the evening. We have dinner and go to sleep at night. So this is all our routine, that as soon as the sun rises, we get to know that it is the start of the day, and we start our day in the morning. And when it's afternoon time, so the sun is right upward above us. So it is noon. And when we are playing, we are going to play, it's always more or less mostly in the evening time. And then we have dinner and we go to sleep at night. Then again the same day routine continues. Okay. So now let us mark these answers. Okay. We have some questions over here. So let us try to answers. Okay. So let's help me out to answer. Star twinkles dash at noon, at night. At night. At night is the correct answer. My father goes for a dash walk. Now morning walk, noon walk. So morning walk. So morning is the correct answer. Next question. The paper boy gets newspaper in the dash. Many of your at home students, you will be having your newspapers. So you will be getting the newspaper, mainly not during this time because it's a lockdown time, but before this you were getting newspapers at home. Some of the students were getting. So is it in morning time or night time? Morning time. The correct answer is morning time. The next one is boating is done during daytime or night time. It's obvious whenever we are doing a boating, it should be always in the daytime so that we can see the direction. I went to a zoo during the dash. Daytime, nighttime. Nighttime we all sleep, even the animals are sleeping, so we don't see sleeping animals. So daytime, we always see daytime because zoo is open at the daytime. So this was all about of it. Now moving forward. Now we will learn something new concepts here. Many of the students already know it, what is the concept about, as you are seeing on the screen. It's something related to clock. Okay, so we use a clock for finding a time. Okay, likewise we are using a calendar for seeing the date, the events which are going to happen, the day or dates. But in a time, we know the exact what actual timing is it. Okay, at what time we have to meet. For example, you will be having an exact time that yes, now teacher's video will going to come, or today we are having a Zoom session. So a timing you need to know for attending this lecture. So you need to have an exact time. So numbers from 1 to 12 are written on the face of clock. As you can see here, there is a clock which is a circle shape. Many of the clocks have different kind of shapes. There is not specifically all the clocks will have only round shape or circle shape. Many of the clocks will have many other shapes. You will be having many other shapes of your clock at your home, but in all that, what you can find similar? The numbering. The numbering is from 1 to 12, and this is always in the same format. Even if the number is not given, there might be some dots or dash over there, but the format, the pattern will be similar for all the clocks. Okay, so this is our clock, and this is the arrangement of the numbers which is there. Okay, now you will be noticing that there will be 3 hands in that, but mainly today in this session we will learn about 2 hands. The one which I am avoiding over here, we are not going to see, that is the second hand, which is moving continuously in the seconds. So we are not going to see that. We will see about the hour hand and the minute hand for meanwhile time. Okay, so the small one, the small needle you have over here is hour hand. This is known as hour hand, which shows hour. Okay, and this is the longer one is the minute hand, which shows us the minute. Now the clock has 2 hands, so this is our 2 hands. The short hand known as hour hand and the long hand called the minute hand. Okay, now we will see one small simulation related to it. I'll show you what happens. Okay, so on the screen you can see one clock is there. Okay, this is our second hand. Okay, and this is our minute hand, and the smaller one is our hour hand. So what I want to show here, students, now see, I have made this minute hand on the 12 marking where the 12 number is there. Now you can see the timing is 8 over here. Okay, avoid this PM and AM. What I want to show you, that when the minute hand is completing, see this way, it is completing, it taking a round. Okay, it's taking a round, and when it completes over one round and comes back again in the 12 number, what happens? 1 hour is completed. Now here 9 is there. Now again I will show you. See, 12, and after 9 what will come? 10. Okay, 10 will come over here. So let me show you. Now this is 12. Now I am moving this. See, as soon as we are completing one round, the minute hand is completing one round and coming back again to 12, 1 hour is completed. The hour hand automatically comes to the next number. So this way the clock continues to work. See, now 11, then 12, then again after 12, then again 1. In this way the clock's timing continuously works. Okay, when the minute hand points to 12 and the hour hand to any one of the numbers, we read it as the time of that hour. When the hour hand is on 3 and the minute hand is on 12, we say it's 3 o'clock. For every one completes round of the minute hand, the hour hand moves forward to the next number. This means that 1 hour is completed. Okay, no need to read all these theories. Just this is the proper information that we are having. What I have shown you, when the minute hand completes one round, okay, then it goes to the next number. So the meaning is that 1 hour is completed, and I will show you. We will see all this concept with some examples. So now over here, now we can see a clock over here. No, so you can notice that the minute hand is on 12. Okay, is in the number 12, and the hour hand is pointing on the number 5 over here. So we say, when this thing happens, whenever the minute hand points to 12 and the hour hand points to any number, it means it is the present timing of that number. Now see, in this scenario, the minute hand is pointing on the 12 number and the hour hand is pointing on 5. So we say it is 5 o'clock. So we say it is 5 o'clock. Now over here, can you tell me the timing? What is the timing? Because here also the minute hand is pointing on the number 12 and the hour hand is pointing on the number 8. So can you tell me what is the time now? It is 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. Now, this were the answer. So we can write the answer in this format. The minute hand is on 12 and the hour hand is on 5. The time is 5 o'clock. Same goes for the next question. The minute hand is on 12 and the hour hand is on 8. The time is 8 o'clock. Now can you tell me what is the timing of this first clock? The minute hand is pointing on the 12 number and the hour hand is pointing on the 10 number. So we say it is 10 o'clock. We say 10 o'clock, and it is written is likewise. Okay, we have to write the timing. So here it is 10. So we have written 10, then small o and one single inverted comma and clock, and which is read as 10 o'clock. Now same, now can you tell me what is the timing in the next clock? It will be the timing, that is 11, and we will say it as 11 o'clock. So remember students how you have to say it and how you have to write. Okay, it's 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Now we have one more activity over here, one small activity. So let's start doing it. We have learned to read time from the clock. Let us now write activities in sequence. Now here some activities are given and it is jumbled out. So we have to arrange the activities in a proper sequence. For example, if I say, what is your routine? So what you will say, teacher, I wake up at morning. Okay, then I brush my teeth. Then I go to bath. Then I wear my clothes. And likewise your routine goes on. So it is happening in a sequence. Suppose I am telling you, what is your sequence? First you wear your clothes, then you go to bath, then you brush. No, na? There is a sequence to that. First you bath, then you wear your clothes. Okay. So likewise here some activities are given. You can see it on the screen. So we have to arrange that activities in a proper sequence. Okay. Now let us see what are those. The first activity is cutting woods at 5 o'clock in evening. So this is a boy. We can see in all the pictures same boy is represented. So this is a boy. The boy routine is represented. So we have to arrange that. Okay. So cutting woods. When he cuts the woods? 5 o'clock in the evening. Okay. Now next. Packing bag at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yes, it is morning. Hiking to reach the sight at 12 o'clock in the noon. Cooking food for dinner at 7 o'clock in the night. Building the camp at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, what is the sequence of our day? So for a day, there is morning. First there is morning. Then there is afternoon or noon. Then we have is evening. Then we have is night. And we also have midnight. Then we have morning. So this is the sequence. Okay. So the first sequence would be morning. So let us write that one by one. So first sequence will be morning. So we will write this as 1. So what is the next sequence? After morning, afternoon or noon. So see, here we can see this is evening, this is noon, this is night, and this is afternoon. So see, here it is noon and here also it is afternoon. So both are same. So here we have to check the timing, which is the earliest timing. So here see, it is 12 o'clock and here it is 2 o'clock. So which timing comes first? 12 o'clock. So this is our second point. This is our second arrangement, that hiking to reach the site at 12 o'clock in the noon. Now, after this, what is happening? Afternoon, one more sequence is here. So building the camp at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this will be the third point. Okay. Then we have two options left. Cutting woods at 5 o'clock in the evening. Cooking food for dinner at 7 o'clock in the night. So before night, evening comes. So this will be our evening ones. Okay. So this is point number 4. Then the last we have is night. So what is the sequence we have? B, C, E, A, D. So this is our sequence. Now let us see if the sequence is right or not. B, C, E, A, D. B, C, E, A, D. So this is our right sequence. Okay. Now next, can you look at the clocks and tell me the timing? What is the timing? I drink milk and have my breakfast at dash o'clock in the morning. So this is the morning timing. But what is the timing over here? We can see here the hour hand is on 8 and the minute hand is on 12 number. So what is the timing? It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. Now next timing, I eat my snacks and do homework at dash o'clock in the evening. So what is the timing, students, over here? 4 o'clock. It is 4 o'clock. Now next timing, I watch TV at dash o'clock at night. So this is our timing. So what is the timing? 7 o'clock. Yes, it is correct. 7 o'clock. Now moving forward, I go to bed at dash o'clock at night. So this is our timing and the timing is 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Now here also, I reach school at dash o'clock in the morning. Again it is 9 o'clock. Now notice here, students, in both the clocks, 9 and 9, both the timings are same, but the sequence are different. This activity is happening in night and this at morning, in the morning, and this at night. So the sequence are different. So last one we have here is, I have my dinner at dash o'clock at night. So it is 8 o'clock at night. So this is our answers. Now next, I go to play at dash o'clock in the evening. So what is the timing over here? 5. Okay. Now next, I have my lunch at dash o'clock in the afternoon. So it is 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. Then I come home from school at dash o'clock in the afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. It is 3 o'clock. I hope you have given correct answer because it was a easy concept. I hope you understood it. So this is our sequence, and also we have to arrange this sequence. So I have shown you the timing. So what you can do is you can have your textbook with you. All the timetable, all the clocks are given in the one page. So you can read that and you can arrange it in a sequence. Okay. Likewise, we have done in the previous question for the boy question. Okay. So likewise, you can try it and check if your answers are correct or not. Okay. Now next, here, now we will see how to draw the clock hands. Now for example, one is done over here. Now here the timing is given and you have to draw the clock. Till the time what we have done, we have seen the clock and told the timing. What is the timing? But now we have to do vice versa. Now the timing is given and you have to draw the hands of the clock. So one is given over here. So for example 2 o'clock. So the minute hand should be always on 12 number and the hour hand should represent the timing which is given in the question. That is, here it is 2. So the the hour hand is on 2. Now let's suppose here it's 12 o'clock. So let us draw the minute hand first, which is the longest hand. Just a second, my line got okay. So let me draw this. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. Okay, the minute hand. Okay, please bear with my drawing, students. We don't have blackboard over here, so it's a bit difficult to draw with the mouse. Okay. Now next we have is hour hand. So hour hand will also be on 12 because it's pointing 12 over here in the question. So both will be at the same. Both will be at the same point. Okay. I will take a highlighter so that I can show you properly. Okay. So it is 12 o'clock. Okay. Both the hands will be over here. The next we have is 10 o'clock. So now in 10 o'clock the timing, the minute hand will be always on 12 o'clock. So this is our 12 over here. Then 10 o'clock, it means it will be over here, and the hour hand, so it means it is short. So we will make the hour hand over here. So it is 10 o'clock. The next, here 11 o'clock. So the minute hand, first we will draw the minute hand. So this is over here. And the hour hand, so it will be pointing on the number 11. So 11, so over here. So in this way you can try to do and solve all the other questions. It is very easy, and if you are not able to do it, so just please take the review this video again and you can just solve your doubts. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, so you can just note it down, and when we will meet in the meeting, so you can ask me the doubts. Okay. So these are the homework for you. Now students, before ending this session, let us revise what we have seen today. Okay. So first, in this chapter we have learned about the features of the calendar. We have seen about the year, the days, the date. Then we have also seen what happens in a day. First the morning, then afternoon or noon, then evening, then night. We have also seen how the clock works, how the clock looks like, and also we have seen about the concept related to the timing. What is hour hand, what is minute hand, how to see the timing, and how when the timing is given, how to draw the timing. So next time when we will meet, we will be solving our drill time and workbook question. So be ready with that. So we will be having an interaction and solving that. So it's better that you learn. Okay. So students, this is all for today's session. I hope it was informative for you, and stay safe, stay healthy. Bye students, and happy Diwali to you all.